Oh, I didn't start recording. Okay, sorry. So this way,
Yeah.
and then what we do here.
The same thing like data continue.
Yes, but you need to do something to make it continue. If is a condition, so it will do it once and move on. But we want to keep doing it multiple times.
Like loop.
Yeah, exactly. And while it's a way to iterate until we have.
Try to use for instead of it. So we have to try to use for instead of if. But
I'm not really sure if we can use for this time because for iterates over the list for a specific, specific times, specific period of time, like specific times that you can go. But here I don't really know how many times I want to go through this.
What about array lengths? We done like condition, so e equals 0, and then it's like e equals to array length, and then plus next iteration. So we assign array length actually also. How many is it in the array?
Yes, but we have when we start the for loop, we already know. We don't know as person, but the computer knows.
Okay.
But in this case, not even the computer knows because this information is stored on the web and it changes every time. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's dynamic. Yes. Yeah. So, okay, that's another thing. Let's go through this. So we also talked about functions. Do you know what is the difference when I return something from function and when I write console.log? So if I say, let's say here, I have a function, sum, and then I have num1 and num2. And then if I do console.log, let's say that I have variable called result, num1 plus num2. What is the difference between this and this? So it's just here, question mark, and here, question mark. So what is the difference between these two? Yeah.
Console will print out to use but the return it will, when you use the function, you call it out, it will get you the result, and you can use it in another function or
Yes.
But when you use console, it will not.
Just
print.
Yes.
You can use any more work with this result. With the return, you can work with the result.
Yes, that's true. Do we all agree with that? Can I use both, or do I have to use only one of them? So can I use console and return at the same time?
Yeah.
Or like, what is preventing? Yeah. Yes.
Return stuff.
Is the execution. So yes, so if I try to do console.log, oh, that's actually a really good point because it can be confusing as well. So this will never be executed because as explained, we will return. So it means that we, yes, end the function, don't do anything anymore. Yeah, is that clear? Yeah.
Should we also assign this result to a new variable to save it further, or it's enough just to return it to use it later?
So how I will use this? So I would come here and say, okay, result, sum, let's say 1 and 2. So then we also actually learn about the scope. Also, you can also do this, right? R equal num1 and num2. That's actually also a good point. So we learned that we can declare variable and use it inside, but can I do something like this? Let x equal 0, and then come here and say, use it.
No, because the global scope.
It's a local variable only visible inside the function. You cannot access it out. Okay, so it's good. We understand all of this concept. But this one, I can assign it inside because it's a global. It's at a higher level, and then you're trying to access it in the lower level. Okay, that is good. Was that the question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And in the week 3, we talked about arrays and objects. So let's then also go through an example. Students foo bar. So what can I do to remove the first element of this array? So students dot what? No, I want to remove the first item, not the last item from the array. Shift. So if you don't know what you can read here is a description. Yeah, so that's what we want, right? Remove the first element from the array and returns it. So what I can do is I can do this, right? And then if I come here and print students without shift, what will the array here return to me? Bar and baz. But here we call shift.
But it's not only for console log.
Let's read the description. So what the description says?
Yes, will be empty array, comma, what is some bar bus?
So will the first item be
Will be
empty
Yeah.
or will it be bar?
It will be empty bar.
Undefined.
Undefined.
bus.
Okay.
Not remove it.
No.
Still there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Undefined is returned and the array is okay. Let's try to print and see. So we do delete the first item, right?
Removing.
We'll go here. Well, yeah. Now, yeah. Yes. So shift. We read the description from here. You can also read it from Mozilla. I think Anton shared it on the group last week. The documentation from Mozilla about the JavaScript. Yeah. 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 Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And it's actually quite normal. I actually don't remember all these. I need to Google them all the time because my brain is not a hard drive that I can't remember everything. It's fine. But then what if I want to remove the last item from the array? Pop, yes. But then is it, let's see. So student dot pop. Then let's read the description. Remove the last element from an array and return it if the array is empty, undefined is returned, and the array is not modified. So in this case, it will be quite similar to shift, but shift removes the first item, pop removes the last item. So let's try to do the same. So pop, and then print students. So what students will be here in the last one? Bar, just bar. Okay, correct. So how can I access the first item of this array? Why not one? Isn't it the first item?
Yeah, index starting from 0.
Yes. So index of the array always starts from 0 in most of the programming languages. So yes, it printed by here. Cool. So yes, okay, let's then comment this out and talk a bit about objects. So my info, and then let's say name, foo, and then let's actually keep it without this. And then address, it's not JSON. Aarhus, and then if I print my info, then I get this, right?
Yeah.
So now what can I do to add a new property to this? Yeah.
No, just.
Name of-
So let's say I want to add age. Age.
Then they value.
Okay. So let's say 100, and then we print it again. And then will I get it when I print the object? Yes. Okay. Yeah. And then what if I want to get the keys of this object?
Object dot key. My info dot key.
Is this right? Should I do it this way or no? It's undefined. What's wrong?
We have key value, we don't have a key, so that's why.
But I want to get all the keys of this object. Yes. So if I do object dot keys, then my info, that would return all the keys. Yes. So it's not the object itself dot keys, it's object as word dot keys, and then you provide the object, it will give you the keys. Then what if I want to get the values? Yes, I got the values without the keys. Okay. And yeah, actually one step back, let's go to the array again. So how can I print the elements of this array? Yes, if I want to print the individual values. Yeah, well, I obviously can do this 0 and 1 and 2, but is there a better way to do it? If I want to go through all of the elements. Or should I use for or for each, for of, or
For each.
so I can do for let I equal 0, I less than students dot length, and I is I minus minus? No. And then is this right?
No.
I. Yes. Yeah, I have something. Let's remove this one. Yeah. But is there a nicer way to do it in for loop?
No. For each.
How to do the for each?
Students for each.
Yeah, that's one way. Students dot.
And equal brackets and then the student.
Mhm.
Equal to the, yeah. And console.
Okay, that worked. There is a third way as well. There's another for loop type. Yeah, for of. So for, can someone of students, and then yeah.
There's no difference between these three ways.
No,
Why would you choose one instead of
it's, I would say personal preference, or depends on what you want to do. But personally, I would always use this for of, but because this one you need to write more. And yeah.
For it's most common, right?
Yeah. For each, you have a lot of extension for JavaScript. You can also use this, but it also, I don't know if you also learned last class about map, reduce, and filter. No. Is it? No. This is part of the future, and I don't know actually.
So actually in like goals for lesson, it was explicitly stated, don't teach maps for reaches and other things.
Okay.
But there is kind of a little bit of historical context. For something of here in JavaScript, probably 4 or 5 years old ago, and it's like convenience replacement to the
This one.
super comfortable and like for blah 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 e plus plus kind of loop. And for each is it's also quite old, but it has a little bit performance penalty comparing to just for loop. But overall, like if we're talking about like just regular use cases, just use whatever you like.
Okay. Yeah. And what you agree with your team on, because if you talk together and you like one style, then you can all use it. It's not nice to read code and you use the three styles. Not only in the first part of the code you use for each, the second part you use for of, and the third part you use for I. You should be consistent and use one thing across your code. So you agree, even in the projects or the final projects, you agree on one style and you use it. Yes. Yes, so what if I want to search in this array I would actually go to what Anton said that we should not go through, but it's just because I have an exercise to do that. So what if I want to search on this list if it has bar and get it?
Fine.
Yeah, fine, but can I? Yeah, there are multiple ways. Let's go through the ways to search in an array. So one way, let's say I have a variable here, need to find, and then bar. So I need to search on this array and tell me if bar is part of this. So yes, let's start with the very basic form for this. Let's assume that I don't have any methods at all to find that. And I only have basic things in JavaScript like for and while and all these. How can I do it? Yes. Yes. So I have for. Which one would you prefer to use here? Out of the three styles?
I equal need to find the.
So is it any? The last one? Why it's different from the others, or? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's use it on mine. So how can we print if need to find is in this list or in this array?
If students, yeah, in brackets E dot.
So if is it something like this?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
equal need to find.
Should I use double equal or triple equal? Triple. Yeah, always triple. And then, yeah, print something. And then found, then plus, and need to find. So let's actually clean up a bit because we have a lot of log statements. Yes, found bar. But actually, so if I find bar in the middle, do I need to loop a loop to the last? No, let's assume we still don't have any methods to search. What can I do to stop this for loop? Break. Return if it's inside the function.
Return found need to find.
Yeah. So here, if I do return,
Change console log to return.
yes, but this is not inside the function. So that would stop the execution of the whole program, but I don't want to do that. I just want to stop this for loop. So in this case, I should just break because I already found it, and then we will continue with the execution of the list of the items here. So, okay. So it's clear enough so far? Yes. So now we did it the manual way. So then people knew a lot of methods to do this. So what other ways we can do it in an easy way? So there are multiple things. Yes. So students dot includes. So how does it work? Determines whether an array includes a certain element, return true or false as appropriate. So how should I call this? In double quotes. But I have it in a variable here. Can I refer to the variable? If I do it this way, this wrong? No. Okay, cool. So let's say found, and then console.log found. What will it print? So true, it's found. What if I want to get this element if I find it? There is another method called, it was mentioned earlier. I want to search in the array, and if this element exists, I want to return it. So let's actually see what methods are available for the array, and then we can search. So like there's copy, no. Entries, no. Every, no. Filter, find. So yeah. So what is the difference actually between, for example, filter and find? They sound similar, right? Yes.
Filter just make the condition and return the
List. Yeah. Yes. So let's use find, and then find calls predict once for each element in the array in ascending order until it finds where predict returns true. Okay, in terms of values, the first element where predicts turns true. So here, so does it take a function or? Yeah, I think it takes a function. So we can say student equal to need to find, and then let's print that const result, and then let's comment this out, see what will we get. We got here bar, that works. But what if I want to get all the elements in the array starts with letter B? Filter. Why find is not good enough? Yes. Yeah. Let's try with filter and let's try with find and then go to filter and see why this is different. So we have students here. So what method of strings I can use to see if it starts with B? I just said the word. Yeah. What method in the string I can use to find if this word starts with the letter B? No. Let's click enter and see what methods do we have. So code at concat ends with, no, we want it to start with. Includes, even it will return true even if it's in the middle. But we want it only when it starts with this. So that's not true. Index of, we can use index of, right? Because we can see if B is if index 0, then it starts with that. But yeah, let's keep moving. Last index of, no. Local compare, no. Match all, no. Normalize, repeat, no. Search, no. Start with, yes. And then the letter we want, B. So now we used find, but was also filter we could use. So what will happen if we save? So we got bar, but we have bar and baz. We find one. So if we replace this with filter, I will get bar and baz. So we know now find is to find only the first element in the search. Filter is to find multiple elements in this array. Good.
So you mostly live using filter.
Yeah, bro. Yes. All right. Exercise time. So print numbers from 1 to 20 and whether the number is odd or even. So you will need to use two things of which we described. So we want you to do for loop to print from 1 to 20, and then we want you to check if the number is odd or even. 2, 4, 6 are even, and 1, 3, 5 are odd. So we want you to check and print that. You will need to Google a bit, I guess, if you don't know all the details, but we'll also be around to help. Yes. Yeah.
Also, let me give you a hint that you don't need an array for this exercise.
No,
No, you don't have to type out every single number. You can use the for loop for that. Just a hint. You can use an array if you wanted to. If you like typing, you can do that, but
then I don't even have to do this.
a for loop is just fine. And then what you would do on an array, the condition, you just do that on the variable, that iteration. If that makes sense.
So I just create variable, vacant numbers.
Well, one last thing is that when you go through an array, you have a variable that uses it as an index. And that just goes from one value, from 0 to some value. And then you already have a variable that you can use to simulate the array. And then you just perform some sort of logic on it. So you just print out that variable and some logic to see if it's odd or even. And that's the last thing that I do. But if not, just use an array. That's also okay.
Please try this one and see.
It should do it in the for loop itself. The condition that you're trying to do now. You have to check it for every single number, right? You can print out every number and want to see something about them. So do it after. Exactly, yeah. Also don't forget the single one end of the night. And then read that. Don't forget. That's perfect, actually. Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Good job. You don't have to return here, you can console log it. Or if you want to, you can make a function that checks if it's either equal or even, and call that function in a for loop, but you can integrate this console log it here. The console log that this number is even or, you know. You only have to use the percentage operator response. Yeah. Also watch out because you're checking if every single number is divisible by itself. It's always true. The number is not when is a number odd? It's when it cannot be divided by. What's the condition?
Close. But this,
The number is.
Yeah, there it goes.
so
Yeah, so 3 is even. 3 is odd because 3 divided by 2 is 1, right? But your condition checks if 3 is divided by 2.
So when you divide, what do you divide by?
It is just to be I is percentage 2. So that's 0. Right?
But what do you divide by?
Okay, that's how.
Two.
But yeah, so you're close. Just have to click the console log in.
Like it's a
So there's one condition and then you have the else. Make it straight like I is even or I.
It shouldn't be.
Oh, because it's nothing because of that. Yeah.
I know.
But then it's in this.
Yeah, but
if
then-
it's one of them, it has to be
Yeah,
for-
it's actually,
And then
Its input is even or odd. And do you know how to write that? But how do you? But the actual the number even.
This is the-
Why is number 4 in?
No, you can just do else. Because
Every number divided.
this is all the other.
Yeah, so how can you number to be divided by 2?
In other instances, you might need to check specific, but yeah. And then they're not sure. Like, syntax and all.
Yeah, but
You need
we're-
to-
it's not even.
Other one.
Browser. Yeah, let's put a new tab.
No, but this is not an thing, like
Check the number.
Oh, then it
Oh, no.
on to level.
There you go. That's how you get the number.
Something's still wrong.
What you go.
And it doesn't work.
So.
How do you that thing? Check. Will disappear if you not only just copy it. You never copy it, you just adapt. You go back to your code.
English should be fine.
Now you know we can just go if format.
Yes.
If with implicit.
And then also,
But they also.
But they also get things.
Yes, and that's equal to what.
But there's no.
Yeah. Close.
It's not, instead of making.
The result of this. Yeah, you can do that. Like that.
Things are just running like.
Yeah.
And but again, it can go. And then. Yes, but the. Yeah. Oh, again, it's. Just around that, yeah. So here. Yeah, sure. Yeah, there you go. So then do the these things. Yeah. What do you do? Even you just print out even. Okay. Just print out even. Yeah.
Also even, that's a good process.
Oh, something about.
Yeah. Just bring the.
It's like. It's terrible, but I don't remember. It's been a long time. In the browser, you can click the number.
Then you use the brand new, right?
I don't remember.
If it's not true, then it's fine. Yeah. Then you need the else. You don't need it.
Yeah, what do you do with the email?
It's not Chile, there you go. No, no, but it's probably right up here. That's just like that. So,
I think. And Google something big. Yeah. but the error-
The big one, yeah, and now. It's a solid. Okay. And now this will go for professional. These things, yeah.
I just.
That's pretty cool.
That would be just.
That one.
Um, it's also for, you can do it, so it's between another. And then you start with one. Maybe it's, yeah, you start with one because you're not getting things from 1 to 20. Then the I is less or equal to 20 because that's how far you want to go. But it's less or equal because 20 go.
Do you understand?
Then, that's it, right? But your I is your element. That I variable is the number that's already. So it's gonna the I. Lost numbers to 1%. Yeah, because here you declare out the balance. But you can try it now, and then the computer is gonna log.
No, that's not wrong. Just play this again.
Yeah. So what you can do now, you know your I is your element. So you can do an if else difference. If I divided in. So if I is. Fine. I will check if the.
And
That is right. Yeah. Exactly. I just keep and then else, I can do so that's the one. And it does the same as you did the first time. It's just that you were reading the array as you go. And then for I. No, you log whether it's order or even. Because you check the I, what is this number? Is it odd or is it even? So now that you know that it's even in this case, is it odd or even?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yes.
No, but is it odd or even in this one? Like your. Yeah.
And then, people so excited. The thing is, our.
It's gonna be hard. Yeah, because if it's not, it's not, there's no other option.
Yeah. Yeah. What you were. So the same ones.
So this is gonna be the same as the. Yeah.
But that right there is like so much.
So you are changing the number, either square. So what you're doing. The number is even log number. You know, the number is not log the must be log. Then you get number. And tries to log, you may find. Marking out the number and.
Do you remember the link?
Here you know it's even, right, from your like. Here it's odd. And now you not only have the number, but you also have.
Because it will only take once, and the result will be.
I'll try to log it now.
It's for example, we don't.
Yeah, no. Correct now. It's the same that you had before, we just added more information. But you can do this. And when you log more, you can do with the comments. As you do on the console.
It was cold, I don't know, this morning I worked with it, but on the way, it was a long journey for me, a lot of waiting in the train stations for the train. I spent it on- it was quite nice.
Same.
Yeah, you know,
And they want
I
to secure one, so now it's working.
yeah, exactly, and because it's like metal, it's always cold, so I just, and it says, leave it a little bit, so let it warm up, but don't try to start it because I don't put it in the start, because you're not gonna just like turn it on.
I did it on my driving school. Okay. The house, our
It's really beautiful if you put it on the. You need to add quotes, single with the. Yeah.
I think that.
It doesn't matter. All the. Why JavaScript. Right. And now you're doing application. That's. I know why. You know why? Jordan, the right. If they are even. So for example, you can split it first and join it onto the system special.
Yeah, all the way forward,
But actually. Maybe your array is just. That's smart, okay, so you were 1 mile ahead. You were. Yes, that's smart. Oh, okay, yeah. You, so here, for example, you can, yeah, that is have been 9, not this lower case. Yes. You have to check the order at space, right? Even this one, right? Right on the board, like this, you have the index 0. If you're printing numbers 1, 2, and 3, our numbers 0, which is 9, right? Actually, I think now you want to check it.
If you are.
Yeah.
We're talking about the.
Yeah.
four-
The I is going from Zero to number is like, right? We're going like this. Is the number is nine.
If you need to press the
Right, this way. What is it like that, right?
But that's not only can put each.
Right here, you put
Yeah, I think the English
The
is
corresponding
is not
number.
recognized. While then it's.
11, 12,
Yes, I want to list.
But with I is zero to the number. For index. That's what I can say. The context was
Yeah, because no. No. The idea is that you can have the result as a.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. That's why you
Then go to the data can have like a really
have to check.
result.
You're critical with answering.
Yeah, and then you push
And then you
through
check.
without the new line.
You just
Apply to the new line.
do you do that here or do you use
The result will be to push for the and actually. Yeah, but you need to. No, you return the result. Yeah, but then it each, when you go to sign it, you make the result. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, something like that. And then you find the issue, okay? So now over the.
What I was doing before, that was wrong.
No, let's do it like. So like, as you said, push. Is this. This is true. There is that. You can divide it by two, right?
The gradient. One more level of yeah. No, yes. But you are all done with this homework, right? With this, yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. It's now time to start the exercise 2. So we want you to bring the sequence from Fibonacci, and then we give you a specific number, and then return the Fibonacci number of this number. If you don't know what that is, you can Google it, read the algorithm, and then try to write some code. Yes, that's exercise 2. We are moving from 1 to 2.
Really your own.
Yeah. If you don't know what that is, you can just Google and then find the algorithm and then write.
Yeah, it's really. Google and then you print out.
Yeah.
Yes, but that doesn't.
Just print out the screen that says it's running.
Okay.
I do this with my exercise. Print out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and after that, if you print out goals, even on all, then you are string, please do the string, it's even. Like, you just, I would rate it in 2 different columns, all of them. What you want is this, let's get real. I think the output should be this, right? One folder, 2.
I guess that's what we had.
You think? That.
I don't remember the.
Exactly. Can we see exercise 1 for a second? Just go.
So you have to say, so you have, okay, yes.
So update to question 2, write a function to do that and test it with multiple inputs. Yeah. And then you can test it with multiple inputs and see what will you get and make sure it's just the right.
And then if it's not true, which means in the else. If you're inside this right now. You know, the line is. That's also a way to do it. Else. Now,
It's a bit cool. Banach
Yeah.
numbers.
It's part of the exercise, so I have to put it, but it's not that.
There you go.
Actually, I have an extreme exercise today.
Okay, now.
I have this.
So
Everybody else is.
That's
Okay, it says one is
So I have this week to do ABI. That's pretty cool. I'll just give them into fiction. They don't have to learn about that. And then we'll get an array and then they can do some statistics. about
This
that
just.
today.
But
Yeah.
there was
Mhm.
was one thing like a lot of talk about the race. At the bottom, like find maximum growing sequence of numbers. So you have array, it's like numbers, and you want to
First time it runs, I equal to 0, right?
range that like
So what does this print?
like sum
Mhm.
between point A and point B,
Mm.
and the whole range like
When I is equal to
like
0.
accumulated stuff. It's like
Mhm.
like linear.
The number
Good luck with that.
Yes.
People that
Yeah. So
First-
Because that
first
Yeah.
numbers and
Yes.
index 0, right?
that's an LC hard.
no, I need to do this.
Yeah.
I'll solve this problem in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And here what we check.
Doing programming.
If you just learned 2 weeks ago, yeah,
Not the first year.
no,
0 is even.
because I think this is even a bit confusing for them because not all of them have mathematical background. And then if you don't know it,
So like, let me
because
just-
actually before the class I got someone was talking like, oh, you need to be good, really good at math because most of the exercises are in math, but more.
We go back to this.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
Imagine this is the page.
From one perspective, for example, how like everyday work, we are studying in math.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
concept, for example, all this metrics like percentage,
Yeah.
histograms,
Yeah.
and other stuff.
also in designing back of the envelope calculations and so on.
Yeah.
I just see that you-
Well, this, like, designing
Mm.
that usually multiplication division just to calculate how much resources would be needed. If you look at the percentage, it's more smart because it's you need to understand
So now here, let's simulate what the phone looks like.
Mm.
Okay?
okay, and all this media
Mhm.
averages and other things. So it's like
Mm.
more advanced.
Mm.
But the rest of the
We're going to
things,
write the conditions.
Yeah, not really. I
kind
think it will be harder if you do game development or something.
I'm sorry. Can you explain the question a little bit better in a better way, maybe?
Yeah, I can do that if you want.
What is better?
Yes.
Like in the. Okay. I don't understand the question quite correctly, like. Write a function given a specific number in the Fibonacci. Return the Fibonacci number. Yeah, so, okay, we give it a specific number in the Fibonacci. Okay?
Yeah.
In the Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah, exactly.
To return the Fibonacci number, what is the Fibonacci number first?
The phone.
So let's say we want to until the Fibonacci sequence is like 0, 1,
You can start.
1.
How
So
much we are in this-
0 and 1, we sum them, it's 1, and then 1 and 1 is 2, and then 2 and 1 is 3, and then 2 and 3 is 5.
So that's Fibonacci number.
Yeah,
I can start.
yeah.
And what do you want me
So
to do with it?
if I give you 5 as an input, I want you to print all this.
Yeah.
So how do we reach out to this number?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want us to write the whole code using Fibonacci sequence and JavaScript.
Yeah, if I give you 5, yes, yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
is.
Number, we will choose the number. It can
When
be-
you write when you write a function, the input can be anything. So you can have multiple tests to see how you do.
Oh, so there's no specific number, we choose a number, for example, like
Yeah.
X, maybe 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I see that you don't, the if you want to follow work like that. Now you have here, right? And it also logs the numbers and the index I, index is the I variable, okay? So it's all fun. To put it the next condition, it checks if I is exactly perfect.
But that's,
From your array.
but that's why, because when you finish thing one, it goes again, and then.
I is going to be one of them. And then numbers at index 1 is the second value. In our array. Okay. So now.
But that's because you have the.
Yeah. What to do.
Then we have. I.
In here, it doesn't matter. I don't know. In this example, but I will tell you later. But first of all, we have this condition, right? 2, 3, 5. You can do something like that. Let me know. So just thank you very much. No, which I, the value, that's what you check, right? You check the value of I itself. See? And then I is 0, and is 0 even?
But zero in the index.
Yes. Yeah, but that's what you check. See the problem?
That you just the number.
See, I mean, you check something. That is your array. You just check it. If it was 0.
So this is number.
Number is ownership. Let's see. Now let's see what we do. What do you want to do?
Would you please, put that in context, what is the, put that in. I did it here.
Oh, right now, I'm racist. Let me rewrite that. Yeah.
Then some sides of the
Yeah. It has been,
like the same side of the other one. Then M1 becomes M2. W2 becomes one.
Yeah, my brother over here, this machine would work with. Now you have no excuse but you actually fight for on stuff.
Somewhere to number.
Yeah.
Because you will tell you about to start with me and one.
Where were you?
Then we put.
oh, Romania.
There was one. There's one.
Yes.
Then in one.
So here you go,
Come
write the
and
code
two.
right here.
So
And then here's to run and then start run.
N one. Good is one. And two is.
Because I have no place in one. I'm compensating. Hey, the big keyboard, I have a, I don't know if you. I have a small keyboard, but you get what it is. And yeah, no, but I don't know.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you need this. This gate. And then it's eight is. This time.
Don't ruin my code. Don't ruin my.
Now, you have. Look at this.
Sorry?
Because that's jealous.
The last number is three.
Wait, is it the
Shorter, and we can sometimes.
word? You come here, I go five.
Yeah.
Except that.
Okay, this is, well, it's, I have a class. Look at this. This code. Right here. Divided for five. Yeah, I bet you just right over it.
Just imagine you're working with a really big, okay, and then it's for you to do that in code. And then something that suddenly have the codes pretty long. Wow. We can't waste your time to file all that. Already.
Your environmentally friendly, you are not wasting just material or simple material.
When I export, it's going to change, it's going to increase by 2. No, that's more for. Any of it, even if I search a red line, that's why I search. Are you familiar with this like moderation? I know which one.
How do they make these values from, right?
So we started doing one, start from one and one. So the initial value for us is 0 and 1, and 1 with 2 values. Then we use while loop for loop 7,
3 plus 2
0 plus 1.
5 plus 3.
And then one of the value becomes this one, then the other value becomes this one. Then one plus 1. So one of the values becomes the 2, and the other one is this. We have like this.
Continue and continue and continue like that. But these are what we're going to so
And one.
no, but we will do
So now, and then we're doing one. So now, go to search for.
no.
I'll skate build it. One. So then, The new value. I don't know if you get.
Anyway, let's start with the match. One, two,
So that is about 0 and 1. Then 0 plus 1 is. So okay, now and n minus 1 plus 1.
that's what you have to do. You get the
Then one
number, let's
becomes
say five,
the 1 here,
right?
and then another again 2 and 1.
You get the number five. That means what do you give that?
A becomes 3. Then n becomes moving until each was the user. Yeah. It's already valuable all the value. For loops also. No, why do I think it's better in this case? Because we don't know how many. We must keep looping until we reach the incident.
Very
That would be 1 time.
only thing we can do is just.
Say that.
It's probably, and you get right, get read, and with this, honestly, this was. Working on the medians, I will
Have another variable. Temporary variable.
but I don't do that, but whatever.
That's variable to 0.
I'm looking at it about each and very one.
We'll keep doing it. Why loop? Until 10 is less than. Until 10 is less than before things.
Your task is to get the number, I don't know. You give it the.
You don't know the other 2 things.
You get the number five, you have to get the fifth number in the sequence, so 1, 1, 2, 3, that. You get 6 number.
Let's do the operation we talked about. So first thing we do is we get the sample to the. We do that. The 7 will equal. And then
Do you know what that
n
means?
becomes.
Yeah, it can already, because the string says I am a book, and
N becomes, no, n becomes, yeah, so n becomes.
And then-
Yes. So n becomes eight. Let's sign that.
Good job. But I don't know.
Well, I am.
our string is.
I did. He dog.
And then. What table become? Table becomes the function of
This.
So k will be. K is different than now, right? So k equals to 10. Let me show you.
See, these are, this, there, this, both sides, I think. Yeah, there you go, right? Yeah.
So then you can just take k equal to. Yeah, do you know why didn't we do k equal n plus k? What will happen if you say here k equal n plus k? Why did we have to use them? Do you know why?
Yeah.
Because if we say here k equal n plus k, we will assign the entity, then both of them will be coincident. But we want to take the whole value first, and then choose it.
It's always a string.
That work. So the machine.
That's why probably make a very nice application.
Yeah.
You know, it's one way to use it. How well is that? That is right. Like your problem is age. But I'm going to do the right thing. Age.
And
Can you do the server doesn't fit for that, it just crashed.
Actually, let's move on to the other one. Let's move to n dot h.
Your user.
So this was n plus. So then now. when we do k equal to
I'll just write down.
so k not plus would remove two k then n equal to
Number.
and then k is equal to n minus two.
Order. Number we have to do.
But if we say here that, for example, let's just assume that k
Number five.
times k, that means that one of those two is so correct. Three. So then if we say in this part n equal to k, this will mean that k n plus n equal to 3. But is this what we want? No, we want n to point here, then k to point here, and then once we move it. So we assign the old value of k. So n first, then we move n to be the new one. So we move k to the new one. So, yeah, 2, 3,
Number.
5. So this is 1. This is k.
And then you need to split.
Then 2.
Start calculating it.
Have a 2.
Sorry, number in that is 0 and 1.
And so in more points here, then move k.
Your daddy.
If we move the values, then any value
Oh, it's like 4 pounds.
here, and then n and k will be pointed to here.
Yeah, I made it this morning after the vote game. I have a rebox set.
Yeah, just say that we have one for one, that we must be this one. 2, 3, 5. This is n, and this is k, correct? So then 1 k will be equal to the sum of these two. That's the case.
Yeah, they were one of those. 6,000.
And then a and we want to know
620.
okay. A is yeah. So that's why we keep it in the temporary value, then the old value, then we choose the new value. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You cannot get.
And then we have to check that.
With my content.
Actually, when maybe then here every time that then that's going to be the issue creation. The constant of log and then k.
Number 1 and number 2. 0 and 1. But it's because you will be one. And then what you have to do,
I'm using that return result because we just want to bank for now.
because maybe we use this.
And then you can maybe try it again.
But then, yeah, it should be like that.
Yes.
Maybe try for this.
What we have to check for this. And if you have these two, right? With these two numbers, that's what we do. So this is number 1, but you must try number 5, number 2, like 0 and 1.
It's the list. 0 is 1, 1 is 2. Okay, no.
So that's the first one.
Or after we did this, right? That could be fine. But something like
I know what's at the top.
Number 1 does not.
No, because it does not. Always starts with them. It always starts with 0. That's yeah, but come on. Like that. 1 equals 2.
Formally, Fibonacci sequence. I think it starts with 1. Yeah, it starts with 0. Formally, actually, the invisible square.
the last time that one.
But it's okay.
Because this is after you start 0.
So 0 is 1 and
But you can actually this is before.
1 is 1. Third number. No, the third number. No, it's one. No, it's one. It is. Okay, let me. What is that? One plus zero. One.
So this is.
One more game, please. The number will start and get full in just to see. Once the block starts and then.
How many numbers do you always have? We have two. Numbers
Then before this one goes to the book, just to know which looks safe.
And now, let's start calculating. Wait, no, let's go. So, what the next number
To increase and 5 to 11. Like we start with 3, then when we sum them together, it becomes 5.
Yeah, so
That's because
okay, right? And then we have to keep going until the next number, which the number.
because the values of n k changes after this equation, right?
How do you call that value?
Yeah, so that's why start and you don't have the same value in the same one. Because this is before you change the value.
That's one that we give us a number, but you cannot give any number.
Yeah.
It says what order.
Yeah. If you scroll a bit up, I think you said. Yeah.
Then what?
So sorry. Then when we start, let's say it's still 1 and 1.
Let's be 0, 1,
By 1 plus 1.
in a sequence, which number do we have?
Then it goes to the number representation. So we have on one right. And then here, it's
Number.
then when we start the board of the
How's the number five?
so this is 1.
Yeah, the steps of
When I put
the
it,
steps that number cannot be changed.
Yeah.
yeah, does make sense?
Exactly. And step one, the round zero, then step one.
Step, let's just call it this, step we need is 3, right? And then next is right?
That's what you know.
So now we just need to do that. Something, next up, let's. What we usually. So the argument is on to the next step. Next step. But that's not true.
Yeah, someone remembers. Yeah, no?
Yeah, neither, but
Oh, yeah,
I
it's,
cannot get it by only my way.
no, it's not easy. I had to, yeah. All right, so we take a break for, yeah, lunch, and then we come back after for exercise 3. Then I will pause.
We need like a
A reminder.
reminder.
I actually used to have Adrian as my reminder.
Yeah, we need like either human or
Yes.
robotic.
How do you define yeah, you can return it from the computer.
Yeah, then they both data equals.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can remove the much data. Even the way something that's. Yeah, I was my mistake. Yeah,
Yes, then the beginning one. Then have a property with us. So, we have, and then you can extend it with
and let's see what the data looks like.
yeah, but we already have it. So we return here, user, then, but let's see, so it will name it and
Right? It's an array.
yeah,
Each element is an object.
we can,
And open this up.
you know,
The object is zero.
and touch.
These are to do's, like do this, you know? Yeah,
And then code.
It's
The value is
This the ID is one. This is sign over what we need to do. This tells which user is we know that it's other way. So it's right? We use the board, yeah. And then the run or have one of the data. And it could just look like this. Right? It's correct. Okay. And then check find the unique user IDs. Right? Because as you can see, like these to-dos are all belong to the user ID. In the user ID repeats itself. Like only one they one of them is unique, you know.
now you can see that user has the font, but then you can add more things to the topic.
Because one user has multiple to do, right?
This is an topic.
Yeah, and then you
You now control these are also the bodies, and then add them as meaningful or mute.
okay. So
You get it.
So you know that the data will be array of objects. Array of objects. And you know what the element yeah.
But then you can also
One of the
so in order to get the second one, we need to be
and
let's say
first of all, you need to find all the unique user IDs. So let's say let's make a function, right? That does that.
array.
So it is you can comment on the console and now the function here call this function.
So then you can extend it to multiple. Or you don't need to replace it without you get the connected to.
And just call this function.
How you have an array. So you get family. From there, once side.
I know this is you right now, and that's why I'm saying this.
That's what it is. Then we press here and have the next
You
ID. You did that? Yes, I added just the example. So then you can do the same for math or anything else. And then sex this number to me. And then
It's eventually clear from the data.
then you put it on the and not on the.
Extracting something large amount of data. That's what I know.
Yeah.
Gmail is right. All the they only want those. They click on the only
You can do the smarter
ID.
ID.
Your ID is actually useful, right?
No, filter.
Like what?
You filter and then the, so you can delete it and then get the label. If you filter by only delete it, then you get the label.
What is the result of the
User length because that's the number. You can also filter, delete it those, there's something make it the user length because that's for the, yeah. Yeah.
You have to get an array of the actual values. So 1, 2, 3, 4, however you just are, right? That's what you need. And Perfectly, exactly. So the return of this one is going to be an array. Right? Then we have to build a certain. We have to build this array. So let's start out with an empty array. That's going to be the result at the end. Yeah. Later.
I don't know.
And make it empty. That's a string.
No.
So let's first make a loop that goes over all the data.
You don't know the first one, you can move to the second.
We're gonna try a different for loop. Let's say we're gonna pick the model, right? And by this time, yeah, okay, you can
Get things together. Yeah.
just you can use it. So let's say, you do, right? All the data. This makes sense, right?
You can use, yeah.
And then I just declare a new variable. Okay, the same thing. This is the same thing. You made this I.
Then there's
Do equal to the data of I. Right? Maybe just leave this alone. Right? It's what you do. Exactly. Now, what we know that do every one of them has this structure, right? They have where okay, not constantly in one. But we don't remind them. Exactly, that's what I mean. That's what you have to learn to do. Then you just there you go, and then just open it up.
Okay, yeah.
But you have to start or each of the use has. Right? Okay. And now if I go there and this function was all the data, each of them, and gets always check the user ID.
No, okay.
Exactly, so then we can just do this. You can do this, right? You get that. That's how you access it, right? The objects don't use already.
The third one is not math. You replace all by this math in yes. First move.
So this is going to waste, if you want console of it, you just print the user ID all the time. It's not strictly by that. But anyway, we don't have to.
Then object is not.
We don't need that.
Oh, you changed the need to change the first one.
Yeah. Here you just have to lose an object.
Let my one in.
And also.
Share.
Yeah, maybe Maman had to go out or
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
As we discussed that.
Yeah.
No, it's like, it's constantly, we need to actually be dedicated. When the people
Yeah.
online, no, because that is the option.
Actually, it used to do in the previous class. We had one person that checks Zooms and one of the mentors that checks Zooms and the others check the students here. So that actually also worked.
Yeah.
We don't have many mentors today as well, so yeah.
It's an online thing they use.
Yeah.
Now we have a couple of weeks in a row.
Yes.
So if you forgot to share or.
Yeah. Yes, or units or something. Yeah.
It's a lot of things that go wrong.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. And how do you do that? What was the logic that you, well, first of all, if you don't remember, this was for the context. I think. Because
I don't remember how to write it.
yeah, the one thing that is an analogy that's just they never gave you, but that's for poker cards, right? I want to know that I need this little for only once. How can you do it? Start. And you that what is the king? So you put the thing down. Yes.
But in the.
Do that. You have to send the jobs from the. But we already have to do that. That's the first of all, that's the condition, right? So let's just start with that. This is how I forgive you. Okay, I know it's a. And now just think. What do I have to here is called transfers and everything. What I want is you but there was so you have an array. So you have this.
Если не взаимные, они хорошие, не уникальные.
What are you checking? Well, you have to check if the collection is the case when you are trying to put in illegal spells. Which way to put in. What's the if you feel you have to collect. What is the communication that you why did you say that? So that's what in the chord analogy, they find the radius of steps. This is just the to do. I'm sure you do. They don't already have users like this. No, them just give us you know, checking the final array. Right. Yeah, you can use right. That's going to be even easier. Yeah, and I'm not even forget because you have the exact thing that you control. But one thing we have to check is that you have to check negate this. Yeah. So then here you have no, we don't also gonna make a result. There. Like this and then you get something like that. Right? That's what they have to do. Can I ask what does this function array? Yeah, and this, that's what you have to do. You do this. So, nice to see, right? Yeah, there you go. And then here we just have to make sure to add it to our illustration. And you try to format it. This new thing, because it was not in there, now we added. Yeah, but you have to, and we got the direction. No, I think that doesn't help. I got that one stuff. Yeah, you can have an if level. Yeah, either and then the way it is like if you have this system basically mean every operating steps. The reason there's no else. That means that if there is no else, then if this is true, this is executed and is right. It's not true. This doesn't break now. So this one. Whatever is here, then convert to no. So it's false to the exclamation point just negate. You have yeah, that means it is not.
Instead of the.
I did this for a while, and I tried to answer. Put this in one parenthesis, and then you know that. Yeah, but.
And then it has
And there you go.
all the time. So like.
Now I guess the first thing. Before, you know, then you can have one object. Sorry. Now you see the. Again, we're going to have
I think it would be.
And said it was much, it's like.
Functions. Saying this. That's what using, right? So then you're gonna function that says, get number of people have this function,
Like you said.
exactly. Function, and then it's called. So it's very good.
A lot of
This function. And then you just keep data. Yeah, and then.
And then what did.
And how would you?
What is the.
How would you do it again? Again? Or that equal? Calculate the number of random. What you just told. First of all, you just like here.
And then.
But what? Red one. At the end, I just counted on the car. And that's
That's what. That's why you come out like that.
and this stack, how many cars that? Oh, you have I'm just beginning now. How many of you? Now I'll let you know.
Just variable.
I think now when you come over there. Yeah. It's also complicated. Remove this one. We could like maybe even it's more. I think you understand. and maybe it's more- So yeah, please make this. It's like. Actually, let's see this. Because it's not really anymore.
Almost there.
Yeah, right? Because we were pushed. But yeah. And then also. What are you doing instead?
Yeah.
How can we?
Yeah.
Just as this thing, the sum of that is. How do you do that? Then we. I found that I found another red card. There is not red card by one. The number is equal to number was red.
It's perfect.
Yeah, and then you found the red card, there is one. So you guys another. I see. That's
One of the object and array of the. So it's gonna be like object and say things. And completed to do numbers, uncompleted to do numbers, and then an array of titles. A new object. Yeah.
ولا له درس مو مخصص اونلاين شو سمعته
Exactly. Once you have this game, you just put base.
هو القسم كان حلو بس الترويج هذول يغنوا هذول معلقتين بيروحوا هذول حتى هذا اللبن المي بيمصرهم تمام يا تصير المي وتحكيهم تصير البلد يعني هذا لبن هذول بيروحوا اساسا نص معلقه بتروح الصفر خلاص تقدر تشيل الموبايل من ايدك انت تصير الموبايل ايدك
The content of everything.
طيب مع كده
Not on the card. That's what you on the how does it look like? If user IDs, doing 4 digits, right? What if this one is empty? That's array. What if this one?
ايوه
One line before
دي هي
اما لما تحط بالك اكثر نقاط بقلب الكيوب ما بدك واقع هون برا.
One more thing is that, user then.
Yeah.
موجود عندنا
User then has this, one is this.
But then we get
Here, right now. So it stops, right? 94. But then replace. I always think, so what? Ready?
نعم
replace user
هذا الاصابع الكل
اللي نعم
Well, you can also say that. Log, so people are typing the phone. It's very easy to do.
واضح العربي اليوم.
But don't take it, I know, right, or yeah.
Heart attack.
قصدي لما هو عكس
لا ياخذ بالنهاية بعد ياخذ بالنهاية.
Yeah. And,
the user ID, unique user ID.
this is going to collect all the one thing that it did.
بس هو هالاسم مع بعض عجبك كثير
This one. You're supposed to take this one.
بس ما
That's why, what's the reason?
كان منهم
If you count there, we add it. We are checking the original one, which will always have something, right?
هنا
Yeah.
عارفين
Okay. You are equal to the range, right?
That's right. So then the other way is the
والله ما طلع طب الاسبوع الماضي يوم جامعة تبدأ يوم هو فحنا وجاج و
Some more valuable filter, information out of it, right? It's always important that you understand what you're actually going to get. If you get the number of something, then the return of your function should be a number, right? You're going to get all the elements that have some sort of condition. They should only be an array return. Yeah, it goes to that.
It's something like 100, so that's right.
Here you,
200 items.
this is actually what we,
Sums to 200, so that's good.
what you can just do here is to make it that, you know, the text it has two views. This one, this, right? So, like that, right?
Take the one try to get you the idea.
You use the color.
So if it's from the and I said that it's not how it is, it's not already found. Numbers to
And then here,
There's another object, so object that you increase that user ID and AR. Use the second part of the FC. Yeah, those people.
and at the end, just go to
In the first one.
all this. Oh,
I want to add not because if it doesn't fulfill it, I'll find any. Yeah. But actually,
there you go.
yeah.
Then it's about the
Yes. No, just no, without equal, just equal. But there's one thing. We're supposed to.
No idea how long it's going to be.
So we have an array.
we have one.
Maybe.
Only one.
Get me
Gonna
the
take one.
exact value that has this ID on house.
Change the.
Then you just turn the view. Then why are you this one? You don't take the array, because you don't, you have no idea how long.
Yeah.
Yes. That makes sense, right? Yeah. One thing you can do, write a code, you make an object. And it will be like, you have one property which says, title, user ID, then, and then the array.
Then the last one.
Array is not, just make it more other than people.
So you need only to print the titles.
Yeah, of course, you can either. It's just kind of.
Yeah.
Right?
If the user ID.
I write it here.
Yes.
You can make some object, result, right? Object. Right, all this. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you, comments, and then you have like, to-dos. With user ID. Then, for instance, that would be a. And then you push it to this, and then go to third list, and then you get it there, result. You will result.
What are you trying to do?
Anybody is. You can do this as well, right? Where you. Right?
But we want the number of completed or not completed. So, for example, we want you to tell us there is like 10 completed and 10 not completed. So the count. Yes, so we have two variables for the count. And then if it's completed, we increment the response. So if it's not included, we increment the second one. And by the end, you tell me you have this number of
So we
completed and this number of not completed.
do that it belongs to the user tag.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both of them. And then if it's completed, we increase one. If it's not completed, we increase it.
They have to be unique.
Because, yeah, if the task is completed plus plus, if the task is not completed, then not completed plus plus, or plus one.
Doesn't say.
Yeah, yeah.
What is the condition for you to push the title into the terminal?
If it's not there, it's not being.
But no, but what should?
it should include all the titles, right? And the law of the user that. Right? Okay. And the condition for you to have the title.
Why are you in this text thing? Because then you need to think the element. Why did you check the if we want to get the count, we don't want to get the element. So no, you're erased. Just maybe you can have a 0 and 0.
Then it's you plus the
9, 2, because we want the count, we don't want the numbers.
So what's what is
Hmm?
the rate?
You are having is this was 0? And that's 2 as well. Because we want the count. So you can come here, and you write that.
You don't need to use anything with the rate. You just this condition.
Yeah.
Only,
Then open the element. You have it with 2L, but it's fine.
I'm just let you have a insight. Because I know that you're but I have to get this. So
Then open the
this is what you have to do, right?
no, outside.
It's all the time.
Then complete the plus plus.
Exactly, and then at the end.
Okay.
And then
Which we increase by 1.
like you have to do actually make your function worthwhile if you have anything like that.
Else, it's not completed. Then
Logic.
you can remove the.
When
Yeah, just
but I just want to but that's fine.
then you have
I never said that it should be unique.
yeah.
What is the one condition?
That is the user ID is part of the insured. Then.
Right, please. The card, the date is the date.
Yeah, then you break.
The card, the date is the data, card is the deck is the date.
Yeah.
Card is. And if you want to check out the card, which is the single.
You need to use the right.
Yeah, but that's the criteria.
This is another one you need to edit here.
Yeah. What does that do? What does it do? Oh. Okay. Now let's see. I call this one. Did you call it? Something like this. The title belongs to the card. The symbol belongs to the card. The title belongs to. No. Ready belongs to the card. The color of the card. The user ID is the name of the title, meaning that you have to use which is small here. On my computer,
All right, let's just get 5 minutes, I guess. Let's try to solve it quickly through the. Yes. So what were the questions? What actually, I don't remember them. The unique user IDs. So actually there is a data structure called set JavaScript that is supposed to. So set the description here. Set object lets you store unique values of any type, whether primitive types or object types. So that's the data structure to do that. Examples. So we have set, we add items, and then.
I found that we're selling.
Yeah, that's in the end. Yeah, that's. Yeah. And then we can say maybe JavaScript get set from array. So we find Stack Overflow and then. Okay. Yeah, so let's go through it. So solve my exercise. So first thing, we want to get the unique items of the list. So unique. So let's say also user IDs first is data dot. I think some of you have used it. So there's something called map, which chooses one item. So like data d dot user ID. So that will go through the list, through the array of data, and then returns user ID. So if I come here and print that is user IDs, let's just return nothing for now. Yes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is actually equivalent to 4 let s of data, and then we have an array before const, and then we push d dot push s dot user ID. It's just user ID, user, yeah, just like arbitrary value I defined. So this is the same as this one. So I used map here just to save some time. So now we have a list, or we have an array, but it's not unique, right? So a lot of you have done it the hard way, which is for loop, and then see if it's not part of a list added, and that's good as a start, because then you need to do it the hard way, and then when you know the easy way, it becomes easy. So and then let's call this unique items equal to new set of user IDs, and then let's print the unique items. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 6, 10. I guess you have done it both ways, and that's supposed to be, it's quite easy. So this is the first one. So the second one, what was the second one? The number of completed and uncompleted to-dos. So one way is to do it also user of data, which is supposed to be user. So it's not users, it's to-dos, to do. And then we're supposed to have two variables, const or completed equal to 0, and let const let not completed equal to 0. And then we go through each element. If to do dot completed, so equal true, that means that completed plus plus. Else, so if it's not completed, if it's completed, we increase. If it is not, yes, not completed. And you remember we talked earlier about truthy and falsy values. So if this is true, I don't have to add this, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so that should work. So then let's prove that by printing. I think I have typo, but let's see. Okay, 90 and 110. I think that's also what I saw you in your solution. I actually don't know the answer per se, so that should work. And then the last one, to do titles of user ID. So we can also do something like this. So to-dos, an array. So then if to-do dot user ID is equal to 10, we
It's not go line.
no. You caught me. Yes, I use Go. Yes, to-dos dot push the to-do dot title, and then titles to make it more precise, and then console.log titles. Oh, that returned an error. Oh, it's called titles now. Yes, okay. There is an easy way or faster way. Again, we have talked about about filter and map. I don't know if we talked briefly today, but you will learn about it in the next class. So another way could be titles equal to data dot map, or actually no, filter. So filter will give me the t dot user ID equal to 10. So that would give me all the to-dos of the user. And then if I use map, I can have t and then return t the title. That would return me the titles of all of the user. It's shorthand. I hope it should work. Yeah, it works. Okay. So that's like you filter things and then you return a map. It's a bit compacted. It's a bit advanced. I guess you'll learn about it. If you do the for loop, that's okay. That's totally fine. So you know, if one of the functions doesn't support your need, you can go back and use the for loop, but you know about both. And in the following classes, you will go more deeper about map and filter because they are very crucial parts of JavaScript, but you need to understand what variable is first and the for loops and the other things. But I hope that this was clear. I actually thought about this example as a more real life because you will need to interact with the web, call something and do some analysis, which you could do in your job, which can be more excellent. You don't have to do everything also today. You can do it at home yourself, but yeah. So also I see that we are over time. Do you have any questions about what you have learned so far? No. Yeah. So this can mean that I'm a really good teacher or I didn't teach anything at all. So yes, but yeah, yeah, you know, but yeah, thanks for today and good luck with JavaScript 2 next week.
Yes. Last thing, right?
I will share it in the group actually. So yeah, I will share it. Then you don't worry. Yeah.
Sure. Party lot, remember next Sunday? Somebody will take charge of the decoration thing if you want to.